Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of Top Chef Masters.
Woo! It's the second to the finale. So Anita Lowe is left, Hubert Keller, Rick Bayless, and Michael Chiarello.
How do you say my name?
Chiarello.
Alright, so it's time for the Quickfire.
Alright, it's the old blindfold taste test.
This is one of my faves.
Mine too. So they had 20 ingredients. Chi-Chi tried them all. And he got like 18 out of the 20, but the chefs pretty much sucked.
Yeah.
And the way they awarded the stars was the one who got the most right got 5, and then 4, and then so on. So, surprisingly, well, some of them were easy and some of them were hard.
Some of them were like peanut butter.
How can you not get peanut butter, Hubert?
No, he got it.
Who was
Anita
it?
Didn't get
Anita didn't get it. Some of them were absolutely ridiculous.
I've never heard of some of them.
Some of the hard ones they actually got. And, you know, some of the easy ones, they were just like,
Yeah.
So, Michael, of all people, got the most with 7. So, he ended up with 5 stars.
Yeah. Hubert, 5. So
Yeah.
he got 3.5 stars.
And in a tie for second, Rick and Anita, and they ended up with 4 stars each.
Because they both got 6.
That's right. So, it's time for the Elimination Challenge. And guess what? It's a buffet lunch for 200 people.
And they're all Hollywood insiders.
Whatever that means. So, you have to hire a team to help you out on this one. And it's 12 of the most persnickety former Top Chef contestants ever.
Yep. So they had a couple minutes to interview all the chefs.
It was like speed chef dating.
Yeah.
And true to the dating aspect, Michael was a giant bleeding ass.
He was an a-hole.
What was wrong with him?
He was like telling them to run around and like chop stuff up.
He was like the stereotypical male Italian jerkwad. I said it. Alright, so the whole deal is they have 30 minutes to plan once they pick their team, 45 minutes shopping time, $2,000 to be spent at Restaurant Depot and Whole Foods. Right, and then when they get back, 3.5 hours to prep.
Yep. So first day of prep was done.
Right.
And the next day, they're all there, ready to work, and Kelly Choi comes in. She's like, we're moving to this hotel, so
Yeah.
change of venue.
And you're going to have to, like, cook on the veranda.
And cut
Nice.
one chef now.
Yeah. Well, they didn't actually have
we'll
to
get
cut
to
the
that.
chef until they got to the venue.
Right.
So, let's just talk about the different teams.
Well, first the judges,
Right.
Jay Rayner, James Oseland, and Gail Greene, of course.
And Kelly Choi hung out because she's the host. She doesn't have any say, though.
Alright, so Michael, he ended up picking Fabio, Brian, and CJ.
Yeah. See, what's wrong with Michael? Fabio's not a jerkwad.
Fabio, he had to
'Cause he's-
sleep on the bunky bed.
He's real Italian. He's not fake Italian like you, Michael.
Fabio's one of my faves.
Yes, mine too, of all time. Yeah, he ended up getting into a scuffle with Dale.
He was being a jerk.
Yeah.
He was calling Dale like a young man. I'm sorry, I'm
That's
with
not
Dale
cool.
on this. That's not cool.
That's not cool. You're both accomplished chefs. Don't be a jerk.
I know.
Alright, so in the end, he ended up cutting Brian when they got to the venue.
Yeah.
But his whole thing sucked because he just was the drill sergeant. And he gave out orders to everybody, and he didn't allow any of the chefs any input into what the menu was going to be.
Yeah, so he went with a rustic Italian buffet, and his shrimp was a little
His swordfish was
bad
and
texture.
his olive oil cake was probably like underdone and
What is olive oil cake? It just sounds so greasy.
it sounds so greasy is right. I've never had it, but it didn't look good when I saw it either, so I don't think I'll be trying it.
No.
Kelly, they're all for you. Alright, so Rick and his team, he chose Richard, Alex, and Betty.
Well, he cut Betty, because, I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah. He had a Mexican food buffet. What else would you cook if you're Rick Bayless? I mean, that's what he does.
It looked delish, and apparently it was a hit.
The judges loved it. They called it a feast, and they were really impressed that he had some cojones and went out on a limb and let Richard do his famous avocado ice cream on the spot with the liquid nitrogen. Nice.
Cool.
Hubert, my favorite to win from like day one.
Yeah.
His team was Antonia, Elia, and Spike. He got stuck with Spike. It wasn't his fault.
I stuck with Spike.
Yeah. So, you know who he cut. He cut Spike in the end. So, he had a hugely impressive 18-dish buffet.
My gosh.
It was, like, amazing.
The judges loved it.
They loved the way that he spent his money wisely.
There was a lot of input from the sous chefs, too.
Yes. He basically said to them, what do you do well? Let's do it. Mm-hmm. And he spent his money where he knew it was going to get a lot of bang for the buck. So his buffet didn't taste like 2,000. It tasted like 1,000,000. Yeah. All right, Anita rounding out the pack. She had on her team had Jamie, Dale,
who actually
and
has worked for her in the past.
Yes. So she knew her. She cut Jamie because she knew her. She knew that she falls apart under pressure. Yeah. So, sorry, Jamie.
So she prepared an Asian buffet with sauces and condiments.
Right. The cornerstone of her buffet was a raw bar.
And they were outside in the sun without umbrellas.
Yeah. The judges were like, well, why don't you change your raw bar to something else? But it's kind of hard to...
I know. Like, what was she supposed to do?
Exactly. But her ribs were good. They look good.
Yeah.
I love Chinese ribs. All right, so let's get right to the scores.
All right.
The top two for tonight.
Rick and Hubert.
Two of my favorite. You know, I wasn't liking Rick as much as Hubert in the beginning, but Rick and his cooking are really growing on me. I'm really interested in trying out some of the things that Rick has been putting forth in the show, especially the corn. The ones from last week. Corn tamales.
So, Rick ended up with 21.5 stars.
But Hubert is the winner.
Just edged him out with 22.
22. All right, so what was up with the diners with Hubert? They only ended up giving him 3.5 stars.
All of the judges gave him 5.
5. A solid 5.
There's something wrong there.
Yeah, I guess those Hollywood insiders should stay inside. All right, the bottom, if you haven't figured it out, it's Anita and Michael. I was pretty sure that Michael was going home.
No, I had a feeling it was Anita. And I was right.
Yep. Anita ended up with 17 stars, but Michael ended up with 19.5. That was just enough to stay. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, Anita is eliminated. I'm sorry for that because I really wanted to see more out of Anita because I don't really like Michael at all.
Yeah, he's annoying. So next week is the finale. And all of the past winners are coming back to judge.
I love it.
As the Top Chef judges.
Love it. I can't wait to see all the past winners except Ilan, because I saw him this week. So, till next week, much love.